Welcome to the U.S. Military Test Prep channel by Study.com. My name is Eric, Marine Corps veteran, and I'm an ASVAB test prep expert. In today's video, we'll practice solving real-world problems involving linear equations. This will help you prepare for the mathematics knowledge exam, which is one of the subject-specific sections of the ASVAB. Let's take a look at our first problem. The sum of the ages of a mother and her daughter is 50 years. If the mother is 28 years older than her daughter, how old is the daughter? 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, or 14 years? Let's take a closer look at the problem and evaluate the information that we're being given. So the mother's age is based off of the daughter's age, and we don't know either of them. So we could say the daughter's age equals X. That's our variable. And the mother's age equals X plus 28, because she's 28 years older than her daughter. So then we can write this out and say the daughter's age, X, plus the mother's age, X, plus 28 years equals 50 years. Written another way, we could say 2X plus 28 equals 50. So now if we subtract 28 from both sides, we get 2x equals 22. Divide both sides by 2, and we now have x equals 11. So the daughter's age is 11 years old. Great work. The perimeter of a rectangle is 50 meters. If the length is 15 meters, what is the width? 5 meters? 15 meters, 10 meters, or 20 meters. So this is one where it's always helpful to draw out the shape just so we can visualize the problem. And we know our length is 15 meters. Our width, we don't know, that's what we're looking for. But our perimeter equals 50 meters. So let's recall the equation for perimeter. Perimeter equals 2 times the length, so that's this side plus this side, plus 2 times the width, that's this side plus this side. So let's substitute in the information that we have. We have the perimeter is 50 meters, and we have the length is 15 meters, and we still don't have the width. Now let's work out the problem, and I think we have enough information to get there. That's 2 times 15 is 30 meters plus 2 times the width. We'll subtract 30 meters from both sides. That leaves us with 20 meters. It's 2 times the width. So now if we divide both sides by 2, we get our width is equal to 10 meters. So that's our answer. The width is 10 meters. Great job. A store sells t-shirts for $12 each. If Jenna buys 5 t-shirts and pays with a $100 bill, how much change does she receive? $40, $30, $60, or $20? So let's think of this in terms of an equation. What information do we have? We know that each t-shirt is worth $12. So that might kind of be our variable. We can call it T equals $12. So we know we're starting with $100 minus the cost of a t-shirt times 5 equals, that should be our change. So $100 minus 5 times $12 will equal our change. 100 minus 60 equals $40. So $40 is our change. Great job. A cyclist travels 90 miles in 5 hours. If she wants to complete the same trip in 4 hours, what speed must she maintain? 20 miles per hour, 22.5 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour, or 30 miles per hour? So once again, let's try to think of this in terms of the equation. So to find miles per hour, or the speed she must maintain, that's going to be distance divided by time. So we need to know the distance that she's going to travel and how fast she's going to travel there. And we have that information. We have 90 miles, and she wants to do it in 4 hours. So that's 90 miles divided by 4 hours equals 22.5 miles per hour. 22.5 miles per hour. That's our answer. In this case, you're given this 5 hours piece of information that really isn't necessary to solve the problem. It's really just thrown in there to kind of throw you off a little bit. Sometimes questions will give you pieces of information that aren't necessary. So it's important to go back to writing out your equation so that you can think about what pieces of information you actually need to solve the problem and go from there. Great work. Okay, that's the rundown on solving real-world problems involving linear equations. To recap, remember to read the entire question carefully and consider what information you're being given to solve the problem. Writing out known equations and identifying the variables, coefficients, and constants can help you convert real-world problems into an equation you can solve. The Study.com ASVAB course includes more information about what each subtest covers. The question content is similar to what you'll see on the ASVAB, and practice test scoring will be broken down by subtest for line score calculation. That can really help you see where you stand. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment with any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, and don't forget to subscribe for more U.S. military test prep content. I'll see you in the next video. You got this.